What's up guys, I'm Kadena with Crypto Now or Never and welcome back to another Nitro update. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Alright, so it has actually been a little while since I've talked about this project. But if you look at Nitro right now, it's up to a $4.3 million market cap and the chart has had a very nice breakout. If you guys have been watching my channel for a long time, you know something that I oftentimes look for is to see if price action can have a second wave up. We see so often in the crypto space that a project will explode in the beginning stage and then it just bleeds out afterwards. That is not the case right now with Nitro at all. It has had the second wave up and it's now broken all-time highs. This is the kind of thing that I love to see in a project. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying that this is the time to buy the project. However, I certainly think it makes Nitro that much more of an intriguing play. Now, I'm always going to try and be transparent with the projects that I cover. As a lot of you guys probably know, Nitro was called extremely early in my Discord by my boy Saitama at a 29k market cap. And I actually added it to this list before it had an explosion, but as of now, we are closing in on a 200x for Nitro, once it hits around that 6 million range. And as you can see based on the chart, it did reach around 5 million. But right now, if I was looking for an entry on Nitro, I'd be looking for Nitro to fill out some sort of a flag. Now, does it mean that Nitro has to top out right here? No, it does not. But once you see Nitro top out, start projecting out a flag. Oftentimes, that's where you can catch a very nice entry. Again, I think this project is impossible to ignore. Once you kind of have that second leg up, it kind of confirms that the team and community are here to stay. Obviously, it's not always the case, but usually it is. Now, when we take a look at the Nitro X account, you can see they're up to 2,416 followers. And what's nice about Nitro, though, is that they do have a doxed dev. A lot of projects out there, you have no idea who is actually running the project. And I think that this is the reason that a lot of people like Nitro. You know who is actually leading it. But what's awesome is that there hasn't really been any major news with Nitro recently. It's not like they've gotten a major listing or something. This chart is simply due to how strong the community is. And I can definitely vouch for the community because they rate extremely hard. But the other thing that I want to point out in general right now is just overall Memecoin volume. This isn't specifically related to Nitro, but it's just good for the future of Nitro. So if you look at Ethereum, you can see that Ethereum's getting a decent bounce. You can see it's up 2.6% over the last 24 hours. But if you scroll down here and you look at something like Pepe, Pepe currently has 1 billion in volume. If you look above Pepe, 60 million, 67 million, 413 million, 139 million, 109 million. And you just keep scrolling up in volume. Pepe has higher volume all the way until you get to this project right here, Dogecoin, which also happens to be a meme coin. There are a lot of people out there that think that meme coins are starting to fade away and they think that utility projects are going to take over. But I'm telling you right now, follow the volume. This shows that there is so much interest still in the meme coin market. And obviously that's very good for projects like Nitro. But the other thing that's very important for Nitro is Ethereum. So if you guys have been watching my content, you know that I've had Ethereum drawn in this bull flag. And what I've been saying is I wouldn't be shocked if we see Ethereum come down here and potentially have a bounce off of the 21-day moving average. We could possibly bounce off of this level and then finally get the move above the 200-day. Now, to be clear, it's also possible that we would get a bounce before that. Either way, though, this yellow line right here is a very important level. If we can see Ethereum actually break above this and then potentially have a bullish retest and then the explosion, then that will be very bullish for ETH. And there are a lot of traders who are currently on the sideline that'll jump back into the market. This is a level that many people are watching right now. So also make sure that you keep your eyes on this. But honestly, that's about it for Nitro today. Again, if you guys are interested in buying Nitro, I wouldn't necessarily recommend chasing this. I'm not saying that it has to top out right here, but once it does top out, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to start projecting out a flag. And if you believe in the project, then that could be a very nice entry for you. But if you guys are interested in getting into a project super early like Nitro, then I also recommend taking a look at my Discord. We've been making huge gains in here this entire bull run. And it's not just Nitro. We've also nailed 6 different 200x projects as a community. And just over the last 2 weeks, we've nailed 2 different 100x projects, one of them being Saito. So if this is the kind of community that you'd like to be a part of, you can find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. I'd love to see you guys in here. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments how high do you guys think Nitro will go this bull run. If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.